how do we think about blockchain technology in terms of layer ones? If I were a new project today, I would pay the most attention to the building blocks that I then need in across my workflow to reach my customers. So, as I said, we needed MPC wallets. We also need on and off ramps to be able to reach a wide number of customers. So if there were a fantastic new L1 blockchain that was super fast,
Hmm.
and had all the other bells and whistles, but they did not have that infrastructure, which was one of the challenges we faced when we first went onto Solana. Uh, that's something I would think really hard about in terms of making that decision. And so, um, yeah, so it's kind of boring, but I would encourage anyone who's building a new project to think of the infrastructure that will support their product.
Yeah, and I really love that. And just as a quick note, I don't think I've talked about it much. The original theses and why yWhales got started, over 2 years ago, was a very simple question: how do you get eight
Hmm.
figures into cryptocurrencies? And
Yeah, right.
and and you tell me how hard that is to do.
Yeah, it's incredibly hard because as soon as you transfer any money, you get instant questions about having to prove the source of funds, and then good luck telling people that you took a venture investment from crypto venture funds, or that the source of funds is crypto. It's easier today certainly than it was previously, but it still remains tremendously difficult.
Yeah, and if we're sitting here saying the world is going to digitize and everything's going to go
Mm,
into blockchain, and we're not saying which blockchain, you're talking hundreds and hundreds of trillions of dollars. And we just saw a
mm,
failure when we hit 3 trillion because people were like, oh, let's run, or
yeah.
they kind of did too many weird things with leverage and all sorts of
Yeah.
stuff, and too fast and too quick.
Yeah, but that is one of the reasons we're trying to bring treasury or low risk yields on chain, so that people, because that barrier between you know fiat and crypto or stable coins is still not porous enough yet. So a lot of people are incurring huge cost or slippage going between the two. And so the thesis with that pool idea is, if we can operationalize it and put in place great operational risk controls that other people can't afford to do themselves, and then have the brokerage and the banking relationships so that you can send $50 million in and out easily with low cost, then would people want to keep their funds on chain, or be encouraged to keep more funds on chain? I hope so. I mean, we're building it so that we could use it ourselves.